Hello, everybody. Welcome to Up the Boards. My name is Yusuf,
And I'm Tyler.
and uh, the second round's done.
Yeah,
What
it
is
is.
happening, man? So,
I love this sport.
uh, um, COVID times are weird. Chaos is weird. The second round's finally over. There are 4 teams remaining. The final 4 are now set for the Stanley Cup semifinals, as it's being called this year because we don't have conferences. Um, on one side, you have the not surprised reigning Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. Makes sense.
Because they're cheating.
$17 million. And they'll be playing the boring yet very effective New York Islanders, who dominated the Bruins in Game 6. Which, man, wouldn't you hate to be Taylor Hall? No, I wouldn't. He gets paid well.
See, this round's going to be interesting because it's going to be like all system, like the trap 101 versus like just outright talent and scoring capability.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting.
Unbelievable depth on Tampa's end, and quite possibly, like, legitimately the most boring hockey you'll ever see in your life, where it's just, hey, do you want the puck? You want it? You want it? You want it? No, you're not getting it from us.
Dude, it's the trap. It's beautiful.
They do it so well too.
It's beautiful, dude. Yeah, if you like system hockey, like it is like
if
the
you
most
like very
beautiful thing to watch.
hockey,
if you
really
hate
is.
it's terrible. But I love it, so I'm a big fan.
You'd be drinking a lot through it if you don't like it as much. And then on the other end, you have the Vegas Golden Knights, who beat the Colorado Avalanche in 6 games. I am very sad, ironically. And they're playing
the Montreal Carey Prices.
1 second.
Yusuf broke stuff.
No.
I had to get that down.
I had to bring him down.
Oh, the Montreal Carey Prices.
Because what happened?
I refuse to call them the Canadians. They're not the Canadians anymore.
How did the Canadians get to this, you might ask?
The Carey Prices.
How did the Carey Prices get here, you might ask? They swept the Jets, apparently.
Because that's how it works now.
Because that's just how fucking hockey works.
Yeah, dude.
Now, granted, I think the Mark Scheifele thing really dug their own grave.
Oh, it absolutely.
The Scheifele thing dug their grave. Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's their best player by a lot.
Oh yeah. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a little. We're going to be doing round previews since round 3 doesn't start till Sunday, and then we'll be talking about NHL awards because nominations are starting to come out. So let's get underway, shall we? Tyler, which are we talking about first? Are we talking about the Carey Prices versus the Marc-Andre Fleury's, or are we talking about?
I mean, I'm just gonna. I think we just go fine. We'll give our final predictions, and then we'll go round by. Then we'll do each series. So
mean, let's do that.
If I learned anything from this postseason, I just need to go against my gut. So I'm gonna go with Montreal and the Islanders because the other 2 are too obvious, and apparently that's not how this works anymore.
And if there's anything I've learned, Carey Price definitely listens to this show.
Yeah,
whenever I shit talked him way too much.
Anytime I shit talk him, he seems to break a record or something. So I'm just gonna keep it up. So Carey, you're trash. You're never gonna win anything.
He's gonna shut out Vegas and all.
Yeah, just a straight 4-game shutout.
Yep. Just like, I don't know how he does it, man. But yeah, Carey Price, I think, listens to this show.
Yeah, they're gonna have an interview. Fuck the guys at Sporculation, by the way.
Yeah, fuck those guys. It's like, hey, that's us. Oh God, I want to pick Vegas. I want to.
I don't. I just like Fleury. I like Fleury.
Stupid fucking. It's stupid postseason. None of it makes sense. None of what has happened up to this point has made any sense.
So I will say realistically, Vegas is, well, okay, I don't know. Realistically means nothing anymore. Vegas should win on paper because the North Division was very much kind of obviously, I think, as we discussed many times, weak. And
if Vegas Montreal gets their ass handed to them by Vegas, it proves finally that the North Division was weak.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, the Avs losing to Vegas does show me that the Avs are very terrifyingly good. And this random goalie named Marc-Andre Fleury, who finally got his first Vezina nomination, turns out is really good. And really helped.
Did you know he has 3 Stanley Cups?
Yeah, he's won a couple of them, but he never seems to get credit.
I thought he was some like nobody. This is coming from the Red Wings fan who had his life ruined by Marc-Andre Fleury in 2009, by the way.
I always thought he was a little overhyped, and now I kind of get it now. Yeah, I'm realizing he was really good and never got enough love.
I went to Game 1 of the 2008 Stanley Cup Final, the year the Red Wings won.
Yep.
I've never seen a better goalie live.
Yeah,
including when we saw Carey. I've never seen a better goalie live.
The dude is.
He's incredible. Marc-Andre Fleury is incredible.
Oh my God, he's special.
But it's going to be fun. Like, this is a goaltending duel. I really am.
Oh, I'm excited for this series.
I'm just Carey versus Fleury. Oh,
I want Carey to take this. I really want him to get one. I think
Montreal makes the Stanley Cup final.
I want him to get one, but he's never going to. Got to make sure we keep bashing.
Yeah, he's not gonna not.
We got to keep bashing.
The thought, and this is coming from me being like living in like just outside of Toronto, but I don't know if you've heard the city of Toronto, the CN Tower, the giant landmark we have.
I saw. I love it.
It lit up in the colors of the Canadiens to support the Montreal Canadiens for the next round. Now, granted, it is a federal monument. It's not a city monument. The federal government controls it, which is why they did it. Makes sense. But being, living in Toronto, oh, what a way to just sting them. What a way to just keep putting salt in the wound. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Vegas.
You're probably
gonna wrong. I think so. Like,
on paper, you're being smart, but
no offense. I know, but you know, I always think on paper for the most part, right?
I try to.
Wow. For the most part, sorry, I'm eating. I'm just having a snack.
You're good. I mean, I'm drinking, so.
On paper, Vegas is just the better team.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that one's pretty. Once again, it's Carey Price versus the Vegas Golden Knights.
Now, granted, the Canadians have been showing up. Tyler Toffoli's been doing.
Oh yeah, that young group is doing really well.
Oh my God, Caulfield, Suzuki, and Kotkaniemi.
Oh yeah, they're so much fun to watch.
Can you believe they were scratched Game 1 of the Toronto series?
I think that's the interesting thing. Is I think they actually weirdly they don't have a strong depth, but they do have like an interesting lineup where they can kind of move pieces around and kind of throw a little bit of curveballs at you.
Montreal does have a very good like blender kind of lineup.
Absolutely.
You can throw pieces around and something will work.
Yeah.
Plus Shea
Weber.
Plus Shea Weber, despite him being like old.
Yeah, I kind of want him and Carey to kind of like get one, and then that could be a done achievement. And maybe it's because I just haven't seen Hank win a cup. I'm rooting for Carey to kind of get one.
Yeah.
Just to kind of solidify his place.
Carey, I think, is one of those that, Hank did as well. But Carey is one guy who, like, for all the shit he's gotten,
I want him to get
the last 10 years. Yeah, I think
including myself.
To shut everyone up. So, anyway, I'm going with Vegas. Tyler's going to go with the Montreal Carey Prices here.
Yeah, I hate myself, but we'll do it. And then we'll
series, go to the and then there's the other side.
The not Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, which are last year's Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. So, are you going with trap hockey or are you going with 18 Miller with a cap hockey?
Excuse me, it's 17 million.
Sorry,
cap. Get it right.
It's like 17.8. I'm rounding up.
That's some stupid number. Here's the thing, right? This year is dumb. And as far as stupid goes, I think I'm going to stick to stupid here. I would love to see the Islanders go back-to-back. Not win back-to-back. I mean, like back-to-back Stanley Cup final appearances. That'd be great. Because then they can have the hopes of going back-to-back and then have their dreams ruined by Marc-Andre Fleury, just like the Red Wings did. You got okay. Here's the thing: Tampa as a whole, they're probably one of the 3 most dangerous teams in the league. just roster wise, because
Oh,
they
absolutely.
made little to no changes from last year.
I mean, yeah.
No.
If anything, they got better. Or
Yeah,
more
if anything,
depth.
they got better. Like it's terrifying. Fucking David Savard helps.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a bit. They needed that grittiness though. But I think this is a different island. This is going to be a very different looking Islanders team. Matt Barzal is a year older. There's one, so goal scoring is going to help. The additions of Kyle Palmieri and Travis Zajac have helped a lot. You have guys that you look at on the Islanders, and for most part, you'd be looking at them, and when their names are getting like announced or something, or that you hear their name, you're like, who? Like Brock Nelson. Remember Brock Nelson?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
had 2 goals in every game 6 that the Islanders have been involved in.
Exactly. I also
Like
think
he's
you got
putting
that
in work.
beautiful duo in goal. So you could go,
They
if
got
Varlamov
Varlamov,
has a bad
Sorokin,
game, you put Sorokin in, who had a
yeah,
really good first round. And
and
if Sorokin's not
Varlamov.
getting done, you put Varlamov in, who had a great second round.
What was I was reading something. I think it was the first time since Waugh, and I can't remember which year it was, that each goalie had won a series for the team in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're doing the work.
Dude, they're going back to like 80s, 90s kind of old school
They
trap
are,
style
yeah.
hockey,
Yeah.
platooning goalies. Like it's really interesting because like the league has become so much more like offensively minded, and then like you have
skill
goal
based now, right? Because you have
it's
like
skill
all the
based,
kids that
and
are
then you
coming up
have
are skill
goalie.
based.
You have one goalie, like you have the
Yeah.
guy and then the
Well,
backup.
Tampa's like the best example. They have the
Exactly.
guy. They're all skilled, and you
Yeah.
have who the fuck is Tampa's backup, anyways?
I
I
think
don't
it's
even know
McElhinney.
anymore. Is it still McElhinney? Okay.
Yeah. So and then you look at the Islanders, and they are the like what the league was 30, 40 years ago, where it's like we have goalie A and B. We're going to play the hot hand,
Yeah.
and we're going to play a really trap defensive style game with like a little more grindy. And it's like, all right. And I'm very curious to see this series. I think it's going to be a very nice clash of systematic thinking.
Yeah. It's basically like the Islanders have basically been playing keep away hockey the entire time. And they tired like I remember reading, or not reading, but watching like Sportsnet analysts talking about the end of the Bruins Islanders series, and that like the Islanders just tired them out. Which you'd think for a team like Boston is impossible, but no. And honestly,
Did
I
you read
think
about
they
Tuukka
can.
Rask?
Oh yeah, I heard about Tuukka.
They were playing through a like torn ligament in his hip for a year. I was like, dude, just take the year off his surgery. So he's getting surgery now, but like, dude,
Yeah, he's gonna, but like
that's a little much. So
yeah, I don't know if the Islanders can do it. Like if they can truly pull off stopping Tampa, that will be impressive by itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think
if we go back to the other series for a minute, I mean, I think if you said who's the better system, I'd go Montreal, and I'd say better skilled teams, Vegas.
Yep.
So I'm really curious. These are going to be a very interesting series, and
I have a question for you though.
Fire away.
When you say better system for Montreal, what do you mean by better system? Because I'm thinking of something specific there.
I think they play a better like defensive game overall.
Okay.
I feel like while Vegas has a lot of good players on defense, I feel like they're a little more. Same thing with Tampa. It's a little more offensive game.
Right.
And I think they really expect Fleury, or in Tampa's case, Vasilevsky, to pull out a big save, where Price has been doing that, but Price has also had his defense, stepping up to really kind of make sure they're clean shots from the point, posting guys in front of the net with traffic. And
yeah, not to mention just the way Montreal's been playing. I seriously need to tally up before Monday, before the Vegas Montreal series, how many goals Montreal has scored on turnovers.
Oh, dude, exactly.
It's stupid amount.
They're playing smart hockey right now.
Yeah, they're playing really smart. Constant turnover, and turn it into a scoring chance. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Islanders, Tampa.
I'm going Islanders. I'm going Islanders. I think
there's
A,
wild picking one.
My dad's an Islanders fan will probably kill me. B, I think they're objectively. I think they actually with their system is going to shut down Tampa and probably surprise the hell out of a lot of people.
Probably. Yeah, it's just This is a really weird Final Four.
Are you gonna say the Lightning?
No, I'm gonna say the Islanders. Of course not. I'm
Good.
gonna say the Lightning.
All right, good. Yeah, we're not cheating fans here, Yusuf.
No, we're not.
Fantastic.
Well, I'm happy Stamkos finally got a ring, but I think at this point it's become that they're like annoying to deal with because look at all this talent we have, and then the playoffs showed up and they were like, look at all this talent we have, and everyone's like, you guys not over the cap, and they're like, doesn't count.
Exactly. It's so stupid.
Like
My
if
fear
they
is
go,
my fear is everyone on Twitter. It's like, oh well, the Blackhawks were over back a couple of years ago. It's like, yeah, but not by 18 mil.
no,
Like
yeah, the Blackhawks. Realistically, when you think about it, like the Blackhawks during that like 5-year run had a few contracts here and there that were like borderline illegal according to the CBA, but it worked.
Yeah.
You get 3 Stanley Cups in 5 years out of it, or 6 years, I guess. Yeah.
Like once again, like every team. Like there's something like I think like almost 10 teams of the 16 that made it. It might have been more. Were basically over the cap, but it's like most of them are over by like 2 to 5, not 17 mil. But to each their own.
That's a problem that's not going to be dealt with anytime soon because it's the NHL.
I know.
So, but no.
Gotta love it. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get to the second topic.
Second topic, NHL awards. Could you please pull up whatever awards have? I think all the awards have announced their nominees. I think all of them now.
I believe so.
They normally end with announcing who gets nominated for the Hart. So.
All right. Do you want to start with the Hart?
Let's start with the Hart.
All right. Your nominees: Nathan MacKinnon, Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid.
I think the answer is obvious. It can't not be Connor McDavid.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's very, very obvious.
Because so here's the thing. The Hart is MVP that is for like what most valuable to their team. Is that what it like?
I believe so, yeah.
Because the Lindsay is the league MVP, right?
I believe. Let me look.
I can never remember. That's the problem having 2 MVP trophies.
Ted Lindsay's most outstanding player, period. I think Hart is most valuable player to their team.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like both of those share the same winner, but that's a whole other.
I mean, they should. Or just have one. Just have one.
So, well, I kind of get it if a team is like absolute trash, like, like, oh, let's just pick a team. The Oilers.
I mean, I feel like the Devils, Taylor Hall.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I think
Devils doing that year.
Yeah, so exactly. Like McDavid, I think fits the bill there. I mean, the Leafs are good with or without Matthews, and McKinnon's the Avs are just depth.
I think the Leafs having Austin does make a difference. And like now, granted, the 41 goals in 54 games, 55 games he played this season. Yeah, that's something to talk about. Definitely, he did win the Rocket. Most valuable though, I don't know. Considering yes, there are other players on the Leafs that showed up this year, like Zach Hyman.
Exactly.
But you look at, and same thing goes with Nate. And I don't shit on Nate. I really respect him.
Nate's one of my favorite players in the league, but I feel like the Avs have more depth than like the Oilers. If like McDavid goes on, it's Draisaitl, and that's about it.
Yeah, the Avs are. If Tampa is the most talented team that has to go over the cap, the Colorado Avalanche are the most talented team that still managed to have like $2 million left in their cap.
Yeah,
it's kind of absurd. But Nathan MacKinnon is a big part of that.
Yeah.
Then you have Connor, who I don't even have to explain because it's fucking Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, he should, like, I don't see a world, or I don't see a reality where he doesn't win both the Hart and the Lindsay this year.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to. I mean, let's talk about the Lindsay now. In the Lindsay, it's Crosby and Matthews with McDavid. I think, once again, it's just McDavid.
I think it's McDavid. I think
by a lot. I mean, just the numbers are there. I mean, it's not even a question. The guys.
Look, I know, if anything, I would have had Crosby nominated for the Hart this year because of how he pulled the Penguins to that play.
Oh, I
first
agree.
Place. He pulled that team on his back. Like
I agree.
Yeah,
I feel like Matthews really shouldn't have been nominated for the Hart. I mean, McKinnon obviously is probably one of my favorite players to watch, but I feel like Matthews should not have been there. Honestly,
if you're talking about most valuable to their team, you're looking. Of course, Matthews did a lot, but like when you look realistically, like I would rather put Crosby there over Austin. Austin's got enough time to really be worthy of the Hart in another few years, but this is a weird year, so whatever. But for the Lindsay, a lot of people are going to argue Sidney Crosby just because of how he managed to pull the Penguins on his back and like got him into a first place.
Yeah,
spot.
Absolutely. I don't think it should be Austin though. I don't like Austin should be third.
Austin, like if you're talking about league wide, he's going to be an amazing goal scorer. He already is. He's going to be like a terrifying phenom of goal scorer, next year, the year, and for years to come. But when you put up 104 points in a 56 game season,
that is a different animal.
A whole
it's like incredible.
Right? How did Draisaitl not get nominated for that? He finished with like 89 or something like that.
Yeah, I know, it's insane.
Yeah, it's terrible. Fucking. Honestly, there's this whole debate, and people are like, "Oh, it's unfair because you have blah 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 history." Where people are just saying, "Give McDavid the Hart and the Lindsay every year."
I mean,
that he exists.
Basically, I mean, until something of equal or better status comes along, I mean, like it's not a question.
Yeah.
Now, I think you can argue the Hart, maybe not, depending on the team. I mean, like if he gets a better team around him, and there's another team getting dry. Honestly, like you said, Crosby feels like he should be.
Yeah, Crosby should have been a Hart nominee this year.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like I don't like the choices, but whatever. It's McDavid. That's the obvious answer.
McDavid unanimous. I'd be shocked if anyone like Crosby a first place vote. Sure, I'd be terrified to know that there was a majority for someone like Austin, but
absolutely. So that covers the Hart and the Lindsay. I'm gonna just say we skipped the Will O'Ree award because I don't know any of the people nominated.
Yeah, I don't remember what that's for. I think it's
a Community Hero Award.
Okay, that's always a fun one. That's a wholesome one, but let's skip that, I guess. So
I don't know the people getting nominated, so I can't really discuss them because I haven't looked into that one too much. Let's see. We will go to the Vezina.
I want to save the Vezina for last.
Okay, I want to save the Vezina for last. No. All right, I want to save the Norris for second to last, so I'll keep going around.
Fuck.
All right, the Selke Trophy.
Who's nominated? Is Huberdeau nominated this year?
No, he's not. It's Alexander Barkov, Patrice Bergeron, and Mark Stone. This is for best defensive forward.
There's a good case for Barkov.
There's a great case for
Bergeron. There's a really good case for Mark Stone too.
I don't see a clear winner, and I don't see a clear loser.
Yeah. What I like about the Selke for from the most part for every few years, you're gonna have the one player that's gonna win it, and you're like, there's no way anyone else. Like when Datsuk was in his prime, there's no way you're not winning that trophy when Datsuk was around. But then after there's some years where you're like, you have no idea who's gonna win because those are all three very good nominees. That makes sense. Like Markov has he only gets better as he gets older, and he's not even that he's super young, and he's already pulling off great defensive maneuvers on his play.
I think if you told me to pick one, I'd go with Barkov just because he really helped Florida have a great season, especially when Ekblad went down.
Oh yeah,
he was there, and I think he's, in my opinion, the more clear-cut choice. I think Boston has a very good defense, and I think Vegas has a very good defense comparatively to the Panthers, especially when Ekblad was down.
Yeah,
Barkov still made sure they were winning games.
Because with Mark Stone has really stepped up his game ever since he got named captain.
Yep.
Of Vegas, he has really stepped it up. And good for him.
Oh, dude, he's top 10 player in the NHL.
Oh yeah, it's
at this moment.
Mark Stone. Insane. Who would have thought that?
Yeah. Good job, Ottawa.
Yeah. Then you have Patrice Bergeron, who historically has been one of the better two-way players in the entire league, even when teams weren't even thinking about two-way play.
Yeah.
Skilled as he is, he's a great defensive forward. But I think Probably Barkov's to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
But you can't go. I think that's one where I actually.
you couldn't go wrong with any of them.
Yeah.
No, it's a pretty like well laid out nomination.
Absolutely. So carry on to the Lady Bing Trophy. And your nominees for the Lady Bing Trophy for the most gentlemanly player: Austin Matthews, Jacob Slavin, and Jared Spurgeon.
Okay, I'm not Austin Matthews. I don't. How do you see what defines like a gentlemanly player?
I don't know. Let's pull it up. Let's click on the thing.
Yeah, is there like an actual like?
All right. The award is given annually to the player voted best to combine sportsmanship, gentlemanly conduct, and ability to be voted on by the Professional Hockey Writers Association.
I feel like Austin's a weird motherfucker to deal with in public or like off ice. So I don't know about Austin.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I mean, I have no idea.
I mean, who else was it? Slavin, Austin, and who?
Spurgeon.
Jared Spurgeon?
Yeah.
Okay, why not just give it? Let Minnesota have something nice.
I like how they give you statistics about the guy, but nothing about what he did to be a good person. This is not helpful, NHL.
Yeah.
So you're trying to learn.
And like, weird.
I feel like as you said, Austin's a little weird.
No.
I like Jacob Slavin. I know he does a lot for Carolina and especially with the community. So I kind of feel like that seems like a him. I don't follow Minnesota enough to care. So I'm going to go with Slavin.
I think I'm going to say Spurgeon just for the sake of being nice to Minnesota, but Slavin probably will win it.
I would imagine.
No. That's the thing about like, when you have a player that's nominated for like multiple awards, not just like one or two, and they're on a team like Toronto Maple Leafs, who, by the time the awards come around and the playoffs are like coming to an end, it's gonna be real awkward if he wins one of them and he's like, "Well, guess what? You're not doing, Austin. You're not in the Stanley Cup final." So
they actually have a nice write up for the Willow Ree Community Hero Award,
okay.
So we could actually talk about that one if we want to.
Sure,
we could just talk about the people. We don't have to pick one. We could just talk about
the people. I think I know one of the names that are nominated.
So let's start with Renee House is the founder of the Black Girl Hockey Club, a nonprofit organization.
Oh, okay.
2018.
Yep.
To inspire and sustain passion for the hockey within the Black community and specifically women in the Black community. That's really cool, actually.
They do a lot. The
Black Girl Hockey they've done a lot.
I've donated a little bit to them. They're an amazing cause.
I've been reading a lot about them. I love what they do. So then we got Kevin Hodgson from is the executive director for Heroes Hockey Education Reaching Out Society, which empowers at-risk youth and superheroes, which provide boys and girls living with physical and cognitive challenges with a safe and inclusive environment, as well as an on-ice curriculum. That's pretty cool. I actually really enjoy it. It's got 28 programs in 12 cities across Canada.
Yep.
That's awesome. And then we have Howard Smith, was the co-founder of, alongside with Cliff Benson of Pittsburgh Ice, Inclusion Creates Equality, a Hockey is for Everyone program that is committed to offering children of all socioeconomical backgrounds the opportunity to learn and play hockey. That's awesome.
That's a nice thing about the NHL is they really as odd of a league as they are, they are still very involved with like the charitable things that happen off the ice.
Absolutely. So, and I really like the fact that they're trying to like show these everyday heroes out there. It's a really cool thing that they're doing.
That's a really good thing they're doing. I think just for the sake of it, I'd give it to really Black Girl Hockey Club.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
No. They've been doing a lot too. Like they've really been doing a lot over the last couple of years.
Oh yeah, they've been going all out.
Yeah, they've been really working. So awesome. Yeah, it's good that they do that, and we have the Masterton Trophy too, right? So
yep. So why don't we go transfer to that one?
Might as well.
All right, your nominees are Dumba, Lindblom, and Marlowe.
PK Subban not nominated this year?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay, so Matt Dumba, I know, has been doing a lot for the community in Minnesota.
Well, this is your dedication to hockey trophy.
Yeah.
Isn't the King Clancy the one we're thinking about? It might be the
Clancy Memorial, is that the one I'm thinking about?
Yeah, you're thinking of King Clancy.
Not the Masterton? Okay.
No. They actually don't have the nominees for the King Clancy up. Womp womp.
Well, we talked about the Masterton, so let's talk about the Masterton.
All right, so this is the award voted on by the Professional Hockey Writers Association is presenting the NHL player voted to best exemplify the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey.
There's only one right answer here.
I agree.
There's one right answer. I don't know if we're thinking of the same answer.
Fire away.
Repeat what the criteria is for the award.
Qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey.
Okay. Based on that alone, there's no way it doesn't go to the guy that broke Gordie Howe's all-time games record. I said Howie. How dare I? Gordie Howe's all-time games record.
I'm with you.
What?
I'm with you, but I feel like Lindblom, overcoming cancer.
That is true. That is
very,
true. Oscar
very
Lindblom.
impressive.
Oh, you said Lindblom. I thought you said Clefbaum.
No, Lindblom, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I can give that up. Yeah, what Oscar Lindblom had done to get his career back after all that, because that was terrifying with his cancer scare and with the the treatments and everything. So.
Well, and I think Matt Dumba's work with the Hockey Diversity Alliance also. I mean, I feel like once again, this is an award where there's three really solid guys here, and
it's not an award that if like someone else wins it that you didn't want, you're not going to get angry about it. It's not like
absolutely.
It's not like the Hart or something where like if McDavid or like if someone not named Connor wins, everyone's going to be fucking. It's like, oh man, Patrick Marleau won the fucking match. It's like, who cares? Like,
I'm kind of leaning towards Lindblom for the overcoming cancer. I know Dumba won the King Clancy with the Hockey Diversity Alliance last year.
Yep.
And Marleau, I'm sure, still has another 3 or 4 years left in him. So
300 to 400 years left in him.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He'll be okay.
Like I said, any of the three can win it, and I'm over them.
I'm not.
All three of these guys definitely
it's
deserve
a final
it.
award. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
What's left?
Let's see. Oh, we got our favorites. So we got the Calder.
It's Kaprizov's to lose.
Exactly. I don't understand. Jason Robertson had a good.
He had a really good season.
But
he had a very good season.
Alex Nedeljkovic came in and had a good year as well.
Yeah.
But they're 15-5-3. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Krill is on a different level.
Because he pulled out, what was it? He pulled about 54 points this season.
Yeah. I believe so. There's something stupid.
Not to mention Kaprizov, like he's made Minnesota a must-watch city again.
Yeah, and
he
1 year
pulled them into a playoff spot. Yeah, like
it's insane.
Like there's no way it's not him.
Yeah, sorry, 51 points, 27 goals.
51 points. Okay, so almost a point.
55.
Almost a point per game. Like
it's insane.
That's nuts. And he's like 24 too. So.
Yep. Yeah. All right, Yusuf, we're gonna do my favorite award. Well, we're going to do the award I want to talk about, and I'll do your award. So, the Norris Trophy, presented to the best defenseman in the game. All-around ability at the position.
So, from what I remember, the nominees are Victor Hedman.
Yep.
Who I thought won last year and didn't. Apparently, I didn't remember last year Roman Josi won.
Oh, yeah, he did, because they made a Roman Josi Day down here.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We celebrate everything here.
Adam Fox and Cale Makar are the nominees this year, which, I'm not going to – you got to give credit where credit's due. Cale Makar goes from winning the Calder to fucking being a Norris Trophy candidate next year.
Avs, I'm aware, but the Avs are a playoff team without him.
I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm not saying he's going to win, but you do have to give credit where credit's due. Is that the fact that Cale went from
absolute animal
that fast to a fucking beast?
Oh, dude, he's a beast. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying, Adam Fox was stupid this year, dude.
I finally sat down.
Well, I think there's one person we don't want to win.
Oh, Victor Hedman.
Yeah, he should not win.
We don't want. No. But he's probably going to. See, so I finally sat down and watched Adam Fox's highlights from this past season. Yeah. He is incredible. I will give you that. He is incredible. For his age, he's unbelievable, right? The only problem with Adam Fox is that his name isn't Victor Hedman.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
You're right. And the sad thing is, all of Victor Hedman's records overseas are getting broken right now by future Norris defenseman winner Nils Lundqvist. So it's okay.
Who also happens to be a Ranger.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
He signed, didn't he?
Yeah, he signed.
He
It's
signed
gorgeous.
the DLC?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I cried.
It's okay. It's okay. Next year, when it's assuming Nils is going to be in the league next year.
Yeah, him and Fox are going to be nominated. So, and
then they'll be best friends with Moritz Seider.
Exactly. We can all be happy, Yusuf.
All be happy. Oh.
So, all right, let's look at some numbers real quick. Adam Fox had 47 points this year. Makar had 44, and Hedman had. Where's he go?
I think
45.
Hedman had 40. Yeah. Okay.
Hedman had 9 goals. Makar had 8 goals, and Fox had 5 goals.
Okay.
Fox. Yeah, I mean, I'm with Fox.
Would you assist? Oh.
I'm with Fox.
I think a lot of people are saying I'm finally on the train of like it should probably be Adam Fox this year.
Yeah,
probably should be. Now the Norris is a fun trophy because like you have it's like every trophy pretty much where like there's going to be like that one guy that's probably going to win it. Like undoubtedly, for the years like Nick Lidstrom was in the league, like yeah, he was there. He wasn't losing the Norris. You had like that. Remember that 1 year PK Subban won the Norris?
Oh yeah.
PK Subban has won a Norris. That's
dude. PK in his prime was like
PK in his prime was outstanding, but the problem was he cost too much money.
I miss him and Price together. That was a beautiful. They had that beautiful relationship. It was great.
That was a very cute bromance. It just unfortunately PK cost too much money.
Exactly.
But, then you had, Roman Yossi last year. I think Hedman won the year before that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hedman won in 2019.
You're right. I think you're right.
But like this year, what's nice too is like the differences in the candidates because you have Hedman, who's now granted Hedman's not even that old.
Yeah.
But you've got the youngsters in Makar and Fox being nominated already at this age.
Yeah.
Like gives you good hope about like the future of defensemen in this league. Yeah, it really does.
Oh,
yeah. Like I want to say Adam Fox. I also want to say Cale Makar because I think
I'm going Fox for Norris because
he's been going Fox for Norris since like
I've been going Fox for Norris since before the season.
Yeah, he has been. I think just because of the way because this is voted on by the pro writer the Writers Association, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Pro Hockey Writers.
So Hedman's going to win, but it should be
Hedman's
Fox.
Probably winning. It should be Fox. Hedman's probably going to win.
We're here for you, Makar. We're here for all of it.
Yeah, Makar's got all the dude. There's going to be a year, I swear to God, where the Norris Trophy candidates are going to be Bowen Byram, Cale Makar, and someone else. No, they're going to have 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you think? This is actually a really good question.
Okay.
People keep pitching on Twitter, and I actually think it's a really good idea. This is a question for you. Should they split up the Vezina? Or not the Vezina, the award with Norris. Have defensive defensemen and then do like someone set a Bobby Orr trophy for most best offensive defenseman.
I think now it would make sense.
I think we're getting to that point.
I think it would get to that point. The only reason I say that is Mark Giordano won it in 2019, didn't he?
I believe so.
Oh, I think it was Giordano. I don't think it was Hedman.
Hold up. Who was it? Let me look.
Please check. Actually, okay, here's what we're going to do. While you're looking that up, look up all the Norris winners from 2010 to now.
You've already got the entire list up. I'm way ahead of you.
I know you do. Shut up.
Okay, so starting in the do you want to go 2009, 2010, or 2010, 2011 season?
9-10.
All right, 9-10, Duncan Keith. 10-11, Nicholas Lidstrom. 11-12, Eric Carlson.
Hey, prime Eric Carlson was a terrifying thing to deal with.
Oh, dude, I know. 12-13, PK Subban. 13-14, Duncan Keith again.
Okay.
14-15, Eric Carlson again.
Oh.
You ready to laugh? 15-16, Drew Doughty.
Everyone thought Drew Doughty was the greatest defenseman in the world.
I was on the Eric Carlson train. 16-17, Brent Burns.
Brent Burns was one of Norris?
Yep. 17-18, Victor Hedman. 18-19, Mark
Wait,
Giordano.
16-17?
17-18.
No, Burns.
Oh, yeah, 16-17.
Okay, so those after they made the cup final. Who won 17-18?
Hedman.
Hedman, okay. 18-19 was Giordano?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Roman
And
Josi.
then Roman Josi last year. Okay, so of those guys, who do you pick out immediately that you would classify more as offensive defensemen? I can pick out 3 off the top of my head: Giordano,
exactly.
Carlson, and Doughty.
Yeah, and PK even.
And PK even, yeah. And Keith made, yeah.
But like, yeah, like I think like I feel like you should separate a little bit because like Yossi's probably a little more defensive sound.
Yossi is more defensive sound. Nicholas Rydstrom could do whatever the fuck he wanted, so it just didn't matter.
Yeah.
Duncan Keith. It's weird to think about Duncan Keith's career with the Chicago Blackhawks.
Well, yes, like last year it was Josi, Carlson, John Carlson, and Victor Hedman.
Yeah.
John Carlson's offensively defensive. Hedman's an offensive defenseman, and like Josi, I'd argue of the 3 is a little more defensively sound.
Yep.
So I don't know. That's
so
gonna be.
There's a fair difference about
I feel like they should split it because like obviously like Fox was first for points, Hedman was second, and Cale Makar was third, and it's kind of like well, that's great, but
then when
defense,
you're looking at defense and point production though, that's like 2 whole different things.
Yeah, now because like Charlie McAvoy has a very good case to get the Norris, in my opinion, but I'm a Rangers fan. I've been saying I want Fox to get it, but I feel like there could be a very good case for someone like McAvoy who didn't even make the cut.
Who's the kid in New York? Noah Dobson. That's his name.
Oh yeah.
He's doing pretty good.
Here's the thing: a great defenseman you don't even remember.
Yeah.
You remember the guys who screw up, and you remember the ones who score goals. Do you never remember the guys who do just great defensive things? You go, wow, that guy's really good. Yeah. Blows my mind. But
it's always a production thing. Yeah,
Shall we get to the last one?
Maybe one day. In a second. I do want to ask a question though, going back to the Calder.
Okay.
So Kaprizov's 24 years old.
Yep.
Right, and there's no way he's not winning the Calder.
Yeah.
A lot of people are arguing that he shouldn't even have been nominated because he's 24.
I mean, it's for
so they're
rookie.
saying there should be. It is for rookie, but they're saying there should be like an age cap because some guys come here undrafted at like 25, and like Panarin came here at 24, undrafted, and won the Calder over fucking McDavid.
Yeah.
So
I think it's. I mean, that becomes the question: do you want the award to go to an absolute true valued rookie? But then the question is, do you have a guy who's taking 2 years to develop in the AHL and he comes up and has a great rookie season? Because if your logic, even Nedeljkovic shouldn't be up for the award.
Yeah.
Like it's a gamble.
No, what if they do good in the NHL?
Should it have to be from this that draft class, like leading in?
Right. That's like all the weird things. Because like you remember how like the beginning of not even the beginning, like in the post, like in the off season, everyone had been like saying, oh man, there's no way Lafreniere's not getting nominated for the Calder. It's like, well, look what happened.
I mean, he actually ended with a decent season. I'm actually surprisingly surprised. Yeah, but like,
no hate to laugh.
I'm like, well, because I'm looking at like the guys who were drafted this past season, and like, if that's the case, like,
well, if you're looking at the guys that were drafted this past season and then actually played, I would give it to Tim Stützle.
Well, even then, he didn't have as many goals as Loff.
Who had more points?
Loff. Yes.
By how much?
So Loff, and so the first half of the year, Loff was just, I will openly admit, it was not good. It's not pretty.
Not great.
I was very worried. And then the second half of the year, he just magically remembered he loves hockey and got over his homesickness, and things happened. So, let's see. Tim Stützle was 12-17 for 29 points in 53 games.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And then, okay, so Stützle had more points. They tied for goals, and Stützle had more assists. So he'd probably go to him.
Yeah.
But like the only 2 players would be him and Loff.
Yeah.
because no one else played.
The only other person that played from this draft year was fucking
Byfield.
Jamie Drysdale.
Yeah, I think
But
Byfield
Jamie,
played for
but
maybe 20 minutes.
yeah, Byfield only played 2 games. Jamie only think I played 5 games with Anaheim this year, maybe less.
Yeah.
I
So I
think
mean,
him
and
Trevor
then
only
it
played a
would
couple
literally
games,
come
too.
down to, do you want to give it to Tim, who had more assists, or Loff, who
Yeah.
probably was a little bit more defensively sounded? Like that's probably all it would come down to.
Pretty much. Like, you
And
know,
it's like,
and people are saying like, should there be like an age cap? There already is an age cap on the Calder. I think it's 27.
yeah. So I mean, like,
But now people are like, oh, it should be young. It should be like 21 should be the age cap. Well, it's like, you got to remember, a lot of these kids, like, you know, as good as they are, like the 2019 draft class is going to be one of those years we look at in 10 years. Like, there's a lot of really good fucking kids in that class. But and even the 2020 class.
well,
right.
and so that's the other thing. It's very,
But
you
it's,
have to play
they
X
don't-
games.
Yeah.
Because like I think if you only play a certain amount of games, you're like first year. Like because Shesterkin played a little bit last year.
Well, also
and then played all of this season, but
considering-
he was in the running for the Calder this year.
Right.
technically.
The other thing too is whether or not I think the other thing too is like teams don't want to burn the year of their ELC.
Yeah.
That's what makes it complicated.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine, honestly. Like
yeah.
I think it's fine.
We're getting younger players with better players in these draft classes every year. This upcoming year is gonna be a fun one, which we'll do an episode on the draft class probably soon because the draft's at the end of the month.
Oh, it is, yeah.
That's also, have you heard that Owen Power might just go back to Michigan next year? Because yeah, better for us at Michigan. But yeah, that's the Calder thing. So,
would you want to play for Buffalo?
No, Buffalo doesn't want to play for Buffalo.
Dude, they've already accepted that Jack Eichel's not playing for them. They literally have just accepted that they're trading him. Like it's sad.
Yeah. No.
Well,
Crazy,
so when Buffalo's picking 15th overall this year, just remember that.
Buffalo's picking 15th?
Well, they're picking first, and then they will be picking 15th as well.
Ah, yeah, because the Rangers will be trading for Jack Eichel.
Apparently, we're the only ones in the running. Apparently, no one else actually wants to.
No one knows anymore because all the GMs have just shut up and gone hush hush about it because everyone's like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Plus,
well, apparently his trade value has dropped. Like apparently, like because
that's
Buffalo's
just
just
for another time, man.
Yeah,
the whole that's a whole.
We can get into Jack.
Anyways, we got one more. We got one more we're talking about, the Vezina, which is it's a good group of goalies to be nominated, but kind of weird.
All right, let's look at it. I know who I don't want to win, and I know the two I would like to see win. So your nominees for the Vezina Trophy are Marc-Andre Fleury with his first ever nomination.
I don't know how.
Philip Grubauer and Andrei Vasilevsky, also known as Big Cat.
Big Cat? Okay.
Big Cat. That's his nickname. I'm serious. I don't know.
No, I know it is. I know it is. I remember hearing it every time when he started playing for Tampa because they wouldn't shut up about it. And I realized, he's 6'8". Oh, that makes sense.
I don't think it should be him.
It probably will be, though. That's the problem.
It probably will be, but I don't think it should be.
I don't think it should.
I want Fleury to get it because I want that for him.
Yeah. I think
now the person I think who actually deserves it is Grubauer.
God, yeah. Like, look, you can give like I'm a closet ass fan despite being a Red Wings fan. Ironic, isn't it?
Of course you are.
Hey man, I'm a Nathan McKinnon fan at the end of the day. So
I know. We all are.
Company stuff. But you can't knock off Philip Grubauer for how good the Avalanche were this year.
Yeah, they were stupid, and he was always there every game, highlight reel stuff. It was great.
Incredible stuff he was doing this season. I think the thing I'm so confused about this year is how is this Marc-Andre Fleury's first Vezina nomination?
Well,
how was this? He's been in the league 16 years.
Well, let's look at some of the other guys in those seasons as to why he didn't get it.
Okay, let's look at what.
So last year, your three nominees were Hellebuck, Rask, and Vasilevsky.
Hellebuck played out of his goddamn mind. He was winning that no matter what.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's go back. Let's just do a couple of years back now. So
Go back to 20. Go back to 2015-16.
Okay.
The first of the back-to-backs for Pittsburgh.
So remember, he got hurt and
He did get hurt.
He didn't really have a good season, actually, from what I remember.
That's why they brought in Matt Murray. No.
Exactly. So the winners for your Vezina. Oh, that's Braden Holtby. Ben Bishop and Jonathan Quick didn't win. Get the fuck out of here. I'm mad about that.
How did Jonathan Quick not have a Vezina?
It pisses me off. Don't get me started.
Always.
All right, let's go to 2000. Let's go to what? 2009 was their cup year.
Yeah, 2009 was their cup year. 2000. Look at who won in 2008 and in 2009.
I'm looking. So all right, 2000. Let's start with the 8. Give me a minute.
One.
Vezina Trophy. 1, 2. They don't have the other nominations, so I can only help you so much.
So they only have the winner announced?
Yeah, oh wait, hold up. Maybe not. Give me a minute. Yeah, they only have the winner.
Sorry.
I can't find the nominations, but the winner was Berdor.
In what year?
2009 or 2008.
Hamburglar?
2008.
Hamburglar.
No, Berdor.
Oh God, I think you said Hamburglar. I was like
Marty.
I was like Andrew Ham because of
Marty. Now, if I had to go with the other, if I had to guess the nominations, I'd imagine it was Hasek or Osgood because they won the Jennings. I'm assuming one of them probably had to have been somewhere in there.
Probably Osgood. Hasek didn't have that great of a year that year.
Yeah, so
because Osgood was our starter for the playoffs.
And then maybe John Sebastian Gear or Nabokov also had a good year.
Probably 2008, right?
Yeah, so it was Nabokov, Gear, Berdor, Hasek, Osgood. Those are probably the 3.
What about
one of those? He didn't have as good a year. Nabokov. I'm looking at leading goaltenders in the categories.
Gotcha.
So Nabokov was very good.
2009 who won?
I'm getting there, Yusuf. I'm slow.
Okay. Jeez.
I can't do it all, Yusuf. All right, let's see. Your Vezina Trophy winner was Tim Thomas.
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because he was far and away probably the best that year.
He was what? Because he also won in 2011, the year he won the cup.
I believe so. Now, like Nicholas Backstrom was also very good that year. Jonas Hiller was good. Luongo had a good year.
Oh man, remember how good Jonas Hiller was?
I love Jonas Hiller.
He was really good. He was really good.
So 9-10 too.
Yeah. The stretch between 08 and like 2012, I'm curious about.
So 9-10, Ryan Miller won the Vezina, which I'm happy for.
Good. He deserves some kind of credit.
Berdor had the Jennings, so that's all you need to know there. The Jennings is the lesser known goalie trophy, but I still like it. Now, people who had a good year in the 9-10 season was Tuukka Rask, Ryan Miller, Berdor. Let's see. Jimmy Howard balled out.
That was like the last few good years of Jimmy Howard.
Hank had a good year. Kipper had a good year. Kipper's soft.
Yep.
Yeah, just making sure people know. Halak had a great year.
Yaroslav Halak.
On the what team, Yusuf?
What year was that? 2010.
9-10.
2009-10 Halak, right?
Yep.
He's moved around so much.
45 games played that year.
Islanders.
No, Montreal.
Oh, this was okay. Yeah.
Nabokov also had a good year for the Sharks.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Let's go to like, I don't know, 2011, 10, 11. Yeah. And then we'll call it. We won't be just listing out old.
So 11 was Tim Thomas again.
We're going to find out.
I believe so. Because he's won 2. I think the second one was when he won the cup.
I could find it. Yeah, here we go. All right. Vezina, yeah, it was Tim Thomas.
Yep.
And then
won the Vezina, the Stanley Cup, and a Conn Smythe.
Yep. And then just dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah, you can blame religion for that part.
I thought it was his girl. He got divorced.
Was that what happened?
Yeah,
I
I
thought it was
remember.
oh,
No, it was his divorce and it was really bad, and then he got really depressed, and it was a whole ordeal. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Okay. No.
But Tim Thomas, before he became very vocal about these things, was great. Great player. Let's see. 11-12. The
11-12 is the
Vezina.
year.
I know who won the Vezina for that year.
Was it Hank?
Yeah, it was Hank. You know who was nominated?
Not Jonathan Quick.
Of course he was. He just didn't win it because Hank has to win it. And then Pecorino.
See, those were good Rene, and Rene has a Vezina too, does he not?
He does, I think. Yeah, he does. I'm still angry that Quick. Like, I love Hank, obviously, and I wanted us to win the cup,
but Quick should have.
Quick in 2012 against New Jersey was stupid.
Quick, that whole playoff series.
Quick from like 2011 to like 2015 was just a very special goalie. I don't know why he never won.
Shocking. But yeah, I guess back to the award is like it should. I think it's gonna go to Marc-Andre Fleury. It's probably gonna go to Vasti. They're probably gonna be like, well, look at the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's like, look, Vasilevsky has been consistently good on this pace for the last 3 to 4 years now.
Oh, I agree.
Okay. Marc-Andre Fleury, we have not seen him play like this since like 2009, 2010.
Yeah, it's a very special thing.
10 whole years, roughly 12 years. And he can still play like that.
Honestly, him and Quick have like a weirdly similar career in like a very strange way. Like, I think Quick obviously has more cops technically because like Fleury was the backup for two of them. But like,
yeah, that's true.
They both just kind of seem to get overlooked a lot, which I don't quite understand.
Yeah.
Like, I love Hank, but I feel like Hank gets a lot of credit for no reason on some things.
I think a lot of it was just because of like the goalie that he was.
Yeah, he was great.
Like, it had nothing to do with the team that surrounded him.
You know? I absolutely understand that. I mean, obviously, I watched the guy for years and idolized him and worshipped his jersey, but like,
yeah,
it blows my mind looking back on like Jonathan Quick and even to some degrees like Jimmy Howard and like all these other guys who had great years and seasons and everyone overlooked them.
Like Jimmy, just on this, like Jimmy was always a good goalie, but I never saw Jimmy to be
Jimmy I wasn't great.
Winning goalie,
But like Fleury, Quick, it's like, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
How do these guys not have this award? Like Holtby has a Vezina. They are just giving them away.
Yeah, Braden Holtby has one, so you're doing something wrong. Yeah. So on that note, I think this is where we end off. Now that we've got the award stuff out of the way. Yeah. Awards are coming up. Final Four is finally set. Thank God. It means the playoffs are. Yeah, but that means the playoffs are going to end soon.
It does, and it's sad. And if Adam Fox doesn't win the Vezina, or not the Vezina, if Adam Fox should win the Vezina of his 3 saves. But if Adam Fox doesn't win the Norris, I'm pretty sure me and half of the Rangers fans go burn down the NHL building. So
probably, and then they don't trade for Jack Eichel, and then the rest of the Rangers fans burn down the NHL building.
We're gonna get Jack. Don't jinx it.
Oh God,
let it happen.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. Until then, we're gonna have a draft-related episode coming out probably in the next couple of weeks before. Like, we're probably gonna do it right before the draft, like a couple days before that.
Probably we'll
just looking at things are going, and like see if we can find an answer to the age-old argument of should you actually be drafting a goalie in the first 10?
Oh yeah, we should actually do some research on that. That'd be great.
We should probably do that. I want to do a little bit of research before we get done that. But until then, as usual, this is Up the Board. It's not a Sportulation podcast, but at this point, it basically is part of a Sportulation podcast. We're on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Sportulation. You can find the podcast and other things at Spotify and anywhere else you can get your podcasts. I'm Yusuf.
I'm Tyler.
And we'll see you soon. Goodbye.